Morning, Houston. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Kim Castro. We have got some good changes ahead. I want to start you off with the really warm day that we had on Saturday, and it was really humid as well. We actually tied the record in Galveston. We made it up to 88 degrees, that previous record set back in 2016. So we're definitely having a hot fall season. It feels like an extension of summer. Here's a live look at Pleasure Pier. Starting off with cloud cover, plenty of moisture in the air. We are a degree cooler than where we were yesterday. We'll take that. But with the dew points in the 70s, that's a tropical feel. 79 actually feels like 83. Now notice the winds are out of the northwest. They'll start tilting a little bit further from the north this afternoon, and that is going to slowly chip away at the humidity and chip away at temperatures too. Here's a look at the 24-hour temperature change across the area. Waller, you're seeing the best temperature drop, down by 7 degrees compared to this exact same time yesterday. I stand corrected. Sugar Land's actually seeing the best temperature drop. We're down by 8 degrees there. But things have shifted. So we got the hourly update, and now Sugar Land's down by 6, Waller's down by 5, but you get the picture. At least most of us are seeing a nice drop in temperatures. Live look from our camera here at our Galleria studios on Westheimer and Chimney Rock. You can see out towards downtown. Oh, now we're a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday, up by 1 degree at IAH. The dew point is high, but I told you that wind is now straight up out of the north, and that is going to make things much more comfortable, especially by this afternoon. I am going to be tracking the mid to upper 80s. First of all, that's a nice drop from yesterday. Secondly, you're going to see clear sunny skies. That'll be really, really beautiful, and you're going to see much drier air. So look at the humidity map for now. What's up ahead? What has much of the Lone Star State already benefited from? The dry north breeze. So for the Panhandle, for North Texas, for Central Texas, already the feeling is very dry, and we get in on that this afternoon. Dew points drop into the 40s, and that is about as good of a feel as we could have. Now, as that north breeze pushes in, gusts are going to be felt across the area. So 15 to 20 miles an hour. A few spots could get gusts up to 25 miles an hour. And that is going to put us a little bit on alert for the fire danger. Why? So if we do get a fire start, for example, some chains drag on the road, something sparks up, the wind can really propel that fire to grow. So because of that, be really, really mindful today and be careful. Most of us have a high fire risk. Some of us are under the very high risk. Tomball, Conroe, Aldine, Cleveland. A few of us lesser risk, Liberty to Angleton, but all in all, we should all be at least really aware that things are dry out there. The drought report that came out this Thursday shows worsening conditions. So our western cities and counties, Brenham, Columbus, El Campo, under a moderate drought. And there's a pocket from Colorado to Wharton that is now slipped into the severe drought category. Northeast Harris County into Montgomery, a portion of San Jacinto and Polk, down to Liberty and Chambers, also under the moderate drought. Yes, it could be worse. The I-35 corridor, Austin to San Antonio, under an extreme drought, and there's even a pocket of exceptional drought there as well. So there are burn bans across the state for our specific area. Southeast Texas, most of us are under this no burning allowed rule. So the only spots that are technically still allowed to burn, but I don't advise it, Brazoria and Galveston, but everywhere else, Harris, Fort Bend, Liberty, Chambers, Montgomery, Walker, everybody else does not have the ability to burn because of, again, the really dry conditions, not much rain in the forecast, and now the wind as well. Now let's get to the good stuff. Now that we got the cautions out of the way, the good stuff is that yes, humidity, first of all, is not going to be bad at all today. In fact, throughout the afternoon is going to get really, really comfortable. Stays that way through your Monday. By Tuesday, though, we're right back up to that tropical feel. Not for too long. Another front rolls in that drops our humidity by Wednesday. We are going to see a little bit of a roller coaster seesaw humidity forecast. So not every day will feel great, but not every day will feel bad either. You just kind of have to watch the forecast at least once a day to nitpick which days you want to make outdoor activities for. Monday and Tuesday, temperatures do climb back up into the low 90s. Notice on Tuesday, I'm watching a 20% chance for some showers. That's your next front. That does make for a beautiful day on Wednesday. So that is going to be my pick of the week. Future track, clear conditions today. A little bit more cloud cover for your Monday, but not much. And then a lot of cloud cover for our Tuesday, and those clouds give way to some showers, especially as we head into the afternoon and evening. Right now, the models are hinting at the likelihood of the rain to start to develop after it clears our northern cities and counties. So from Harris to Liberty to Chambers, and then showers riding along the Gulf Freeway through the evening, even into the early overnight hours. So now you're looking at a snapshot at just after midnight, Tuesday going into Wednesday. But it's not a lot of rain accumulation. It's only a 20% chance for showers. So much of the week is pretty dry. We are going to be tracking another front though as we head into the weekend, and that should bring us more considerable rain, which we so desperately need. We are now on day 24. If we don't get, well, we're not going to get rain today. So today would make day 25 without any measurable rain. We're getting close to 3 inches below average for this time of year. This time of year, we also do keep tabs on hurricane season. Typically, by the months of October, November, the risk is out of the continental U.S. for the most part, at least out of the Gulf, because we get these fall fronts. However, we have seen things develop in the past, and right now we are tracking a 50% chance of development in the Caribbean. And anything that slips into the Caribbean does become a focal point for us to at least monitor. In the short term, so over the next 2 days, not much development is expected to happen. So you can kind of breathe a sigh of relief for the next few days. That's because there's going to be a lot of wind shear, not good environments for systems to develop at this point. However, as we push towards the next 7 days, we could see our next named storm, and that is going to be something that we keep an eye on. Remember, we've got a lot of fall fronts moving in, so that should be great, but I at least want you to monitor that with me closely as we head into the next week's time frame. So by October 28th, that's the snapshot that I just showed you, is when we're expecting to see that system not only develop, but maybe intensify a little bit. Okay, let's walk you nice and slow through that 7-day forecast, because we do have some roller coaster things going on, not just temperature wise, but rain chances and with the humidity too. Today is going to be absolutely spectacular. I love this Sunday. Sunshine, low humidity, temperatures that are scaling back at least into the 80s. Now, as we go into our Monday, oh my goodness, look at that morning start. We're in the upper 50s. It is going to feel so comfortable in case you do want to wake up early, go for that outdoor walk, outdoor run, get your exercising done in the morning, because by the afternoon, those temperatures do start to climb into the low 90s. Look at the shift between Monday and Tuesday. So upper 50s for morning lows, low 70s waking up Tuesday morning. So that tells us something. Lots more humidity in the atmosphere and lots of cloud cover as well. So that traps in the heat. This is going to be a really warm day, the warmest day of the 7-day forecast. A 20% chance for some isolated showers. That's a front. How do we know that? We'll look at the sharp drop in temperatures that we see the next day. We start off in the 60s on Wednesday, that's comfortable, and we max out in the low 80s. Beautiful day, low humidity, not a lot of cloud cover. It's going to be nice. Thursday looks great as well. So waking up on the cooler end, low 60s, and bouncing back into the mid 80s. That's pretty lovely too. By Friday, we're right back up to the humidity. How can we tell? Well, the morning low is only 72 degrees. Afternoon high is 88 and a 40% chance for storms. Now we're ramping up the rain chances, and we keep them through Saturday. Remember, we do want the rain to come in for